This day in all our consultations, that our deliberations today shall take place in the spirit of mutual trust, so that we as leaders shall lead our country on the path of peace and shall find solutions for issues and problems facing us. Grant us the mercy, O Lord, that we shall today also honor thy name in all we think, do, and say. Almighty God, we pray thee, bless our land and all its people. This all we pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Affirmation. I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. Okay, any messages from the head of state? Petitions? Reports? No, honorable member. Message from where? No. Petitions? Petitions, Honorable Ampanda.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. I'm rising on procedure.
Yes.
Speaker, you know me, I always make an effort to try and resolve matters outside this platform. But I'm very, very, very disappointed, Speaker. We have been given the minutes, and the minutes don't even have anything on motion, notice of motion. Even the ruling of a speaker is not there, the objection is not there. I took it up with the acting secretary. I sent an email. I called him, and we're not been getting assistance, because if the secretariat is really going to move in that direction of politics, it's really going to be a problem. The minutes are given here. You don't find anything. We simply just ask that the minutes must reflect, honestly, Speaker, the minutes must reflect the actual, what has happened at the meeting. And if there is any issue, if a member writes to the office and say, please, they can say, I'm attending to it, or I will look into it. For a person to exclude a matter and decides not to even to respond, you will see, and I thought it's a typo, because you see there, it's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, agent oral question. Then it just, number 5 is Honorable Klassen. You would have thought that they would be maybe on notice of motion. I thought it's a mistake. That's why I took it up friendly. So, Speaker, can you please take up, because these minutes don't reflect, and I really made an attempt to try and resolve this matter with the Secretariat, because we want you to be objective as Secretariat and not do some other things. Maybe you can give direction, Speaker, because this is not the representation of what happened in the session.
Okay, Honorable Member. Yeah, I will defer my ruling on that one. I will make a ruling on the issue. Okay? Very good. Because I can see here, even my copy of the rules are not here. Secretariat, I don't have anything. I like to have the rules. But I will defer the ruling on that one. And then we go to petitions, reports of standing or select committee. Honorable Mbakera.
Honorable Speaker, I lay upon the table the following reports of Standing Committee on Education, Youth, Civic Relations and Community Development. The report on the oversight visits to capital projects under the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sport, Arts and Culture in Karas, Hardap, Omaheke, Kunene, Ohangwena, Kavango West, Kavango East, Erongo and Zambezi regions respectively for consideration and discussion. I further lay upon table the report on study visit to Parliament of Kenya for note-taking.
Yes. Honorable Ampanda.
Speaker, the chairperson is saying the report is for note-taking. Note-taking, that you just look at the report and say, okay, unless, there's a typo maybe there in what so because there is no way I can just look at the report and nod my head. So the report is tabled in the assembly to digest, to engage and learn from the good things that has happened there, but it can never be for note-taking. We must discuss, Speaker.
Okay, Honorable Member, because points of orders must be brief and to the point. Yeah, Honorable Members, that is something that the members must take up when the matter is up for discussion. And the Honorable Member would recall the discussion between the two of us at another committee. You know, when I was saying committees, when committees deal with the issues, they are brought to the assembly. The assemblies can approve, they can disapprove, they can amend. But at that meeting, it was felt as though if a committee deals with the issue, the assembly is rendered unable to deal with it. I'm happy that we are raising that point today because it helps to put a spotlight on the point that I was making the other day. But I think the most important point is we deal with that issue at the time that we have to consider the issues. That is one. Then Honorable Mbakera, not anymore. Other reports and papers? Notices of questions? Honorable Thomas? Okay, please.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member, good afternoon. On Tuesday, June 30, 2026, I shall ask the following question to the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security. There are the growing concern regarding the roadblock between Enana and Okongo in Osake village, which is about 20 kilometers from Enana. It appears that not much has been done on that roadblock to reach the level of the roadblock like in other areas of the country. And during this climate change, the police officers there are exposing themselves to the hot, chill and rain. Therefore, I shall ask questions. Honorable Minister, are you aware of this situation? Because of this, the higher temperatures and the rain at the roadblock, police officers avoid their actual responsibilities and go sit in the shadow down somewhere. Is there any quick plan in place to make sure the shadow is restored? 3. Because of the road that is too close to the Sabine, the on-duty police officers can be highly tempted. Anything out of the ordinary can occur at any time, raising question about their official professionalism. I so submit.
The question. I'm not sure whether but I will review the question. Thank you, Honorable. Yes, if the Honorable Member can ask for the floor and ask Honorable Nekunde.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I thought we are dealing with the questions, and it's my understanding that what is tabled there is just statements. No, I'm saying, I'm seeking clarification. You idle. I'm seeking clarification.
Very good. Thank you. I will look at it. I will look at it, Honorable Member, and I will make a ruling. Yes. Yes. Honorable Mbundu.
Good.
Honorable Speaker. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, Honorable.
They can just correct that. I was actually after Honorable Enias.
You are after Honorable Enias?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I don't know how they correct that, but I didn't see it, but I'll take you for your word. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable
Yes,
Speaker, Honorable Members. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 25th of June, 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sport, Arts and Culture, Honorable Dr. Sanet Steenkamp, the following. Firstly, allow me to congratulate the Minister, the Honorable Minister, on her recently held the National Youth Council NYC General Assembly since assuming office as a minister.
Yes, Honorable Member, there is a point of order. Honorable Balotti.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Not to preempt what the Honorable Member is going to ask, there is a ministerial statement around the NYC. So any question pertaining to NYC?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Let me hear what the Honorable Member is going to say, and then I will make a ruling. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Firstly, allow me to congratulate the Honorable Minister on her recently held National Youth Council NYC General Assembly since assuming office as a minister. Notwithstanding with unfortunate outcome of the event, the National Youth Council is a vital statutory body that serves a platform for youth representation, participation and engagement in the national development. However, I wish to register my disappointment regarding to the collapse of General Assembly. Significant public resources and taxpayer money were expanded to convene the gathering, only for it to end without achieving its primary objective. This raises a serious concern about accountability, efficiency and value of public funds. I therefore wish to ask the Honorable Minister the following question. Question 1. What is the estimate total amount of public funds spent on the recent aborted NYC General Assembly? Question 2. Does the Honorable Minister believe that current General Assembly model remains the most effective, transparent and cost-efficient method of electing the leadership of National Youth Council? Question 3. In light of the event, what transpired, does the Honorable Minister intend to introduce amendment to the National Youth Council Act to replace the current Congress-based election system with a merit-based recruitment process? Lastly, especially, would the Minister consider a system whereby eligible young Namibians publicly apply the position of NYC chairperson are shortlisted against objective criteria or objective to transparent public interview before appointment? I so submit.
Yeah, Honorable Member, I think those issues may as well be covered by what the Deputy Minister was going to say in a statement on behalf of the Minister, and therefore it would be appropriate for me to not accept that question in light of the information that was provided by the Minister. Yes, the point of order. Otherwise, we really are just going to duplicate. Honorable Fries. Yes, point of what is it, Honorable Ampanda?
In terms of the rules, ministers that intend to deliver ministerial statement must inform the Speaker prior.
Yes.
So, just hold on. So, because I'm also thinking, because we are sitting with that problem now, how are we supposed to know that there's going to be ministerial statement when we are doing our work? So, perhaps the idea of the rule is to say, just so that we can save time. So when the speaker is so alerted about ministerial statement, you can as well maybe at the beginning just say, I've been alerted that there will be the following ministerial statements. Then at least I don't have to stand up. Then I can also say, okay, in terms of what I prepared, it's already going to be addressed.
Yeah, okay, Honorable Mapanda, I think we should discuss that issue as a substantive matter elsewhere, because I can say the same about a number of other issues. I get the point that you are making, but that's a principle you are addressing that actually affect a number of other issues. For us to single out only questions and say that the questions must be announced, but all other things are not going to be addressed, I think is not going to help us. So let us have a platform where we look at all of these issues and see how we can refine our rules so that they can serve us better. Yeah, but Honorable Fries.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 2nd of July, 2026, I shall ask the Minister in the Presidency, Honorable Dr. Charles Mubita, the following. The Presidency frequently highlights the signing of bilateral agreements and international cooperation frameworks as evidence of its diplomatic and economic achievements. However, Parliament's responsibility extends beyond bilateral agreements to scrutinizing the outcomes. The critical question is whether these agreements have progressed beyond declarations of intent and are producing measurable benefits for Namibia. Ultimately, success must be judged not by the number of agreements signed, but by the impact on economic growth, job creation, investment, skills development, service delivery, and the overall welfare of the Namibian people. I therefore ask the following. What institutional mechanisms has government established to monitor and evaluate the implementation of bilateral agreements entered into since March 2025? 2. What does government ensure? How does government ensure coordination among ministries, agencies, and other stakeholders responsible for implementing bilateral agreements? Question 3. How does government ensure that bilateral agreements align with Namibia's national development priorities and provide measurable value for taxpayers' money? Fourth question, what challenges has government encountered in implementing bilateral agreements signed during the current administration, and what actions have been taken to address these challenges? And the last question, what lessons has government learned from previous bilateral agreements, and how have those lessons informed the negotiation and implementation of agreements under the current administration? I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please take in the question. Yes, Honorable Mvula.
Thank you, Speaker. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, honorable members. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 2nd of July 2026, I shall ask the Minister responsible for fisheries sector, or for the fisheries sector, Honorable Inge Damwami Kamwi, regarding the sustainability of the fishing industry. The economic history of the fisheries sector in Namibia in terms of employment growth is that the workforce in that industry grew from 7,000 to an estimated 15,000 in 2025. And yes, we agree with putting protection measures in place as an act to preserve our $5 to $6 billion worth industry. What we don't agree with is seeking the sector or keeping the sector in a continuous suspense in terms of job security of its employees and investors alike. Now, the potential of a sustained growth of this industry must be measured beyond the number of employees it can accommodate or absorb. Employees in this sector must be accorded the financial and psychological sense of job security, and I therefore ask the following. Besides the moratorium in place for the past 7 years, Cabinet approved an allocation of a total allowable ton or catch to the tune of 10,000 metric tons of pilchard in 2025 under the government objective. Now, the question is, how far away in terms of reaching the targeted in terms of reaching the targeted 1 million biomass growth mark, and for the ministry to actually lift this moratorium on the pilchard sector? Question 2, when will the ministry reveal what their grand plan is to amicably address and haul the fishing industry in its entirety out of this conspicuous survival mode and direct it into a long-term sustainable sector? And the last question, what is the rationale of auctioning of fishing quotas when we have factories that hardly operate at full capacity? And what are the existing reviews of this system, and when will such practice come to an end? I so submit.
Yes, please table the questions. Yes, Honorable Hengari.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on, excuse me, on Thursday, the 2nd of July 2026, I shall ask the Honorable Minister of Urban and Rural Development, Honorable James Sankwasa, the following. Honorable Minister, Honorable Speaker, I rise to seek urgent clarity and accountability regarding the public undertaking made by the Honorable Minister on the 14th of March 2026 in Rehoboth, where he assured residents that a forensic audit into the affairs of the Rehoboth Town Council would be conducted. More than 3 months later, there has been no public update, no progress report, and no visible indication that this commitment is being honored. This prolonged silence has only deepened public distrust regarding financial mismanagement, governance failures, maladministration, and the lack of accountability at the Rehoboth Town Council. Rehoboth residents are ratepayers and taxpayers and therefore deserve transparency and accountability. Public institutions cannot claim openness while refusing to provide the public with accessible documentary evidence of compliance, good governance, and financial prudence. I therefore ask the following. Can the Honourable Minister confirm whether the forensic audit publicly promised has officially commenced, and if not, what are the reasons for the delay? 2, can the Honourable Minister provide the current outstanding amounts owed by the Rehoboth Town Council to NamWater and NamPower respectively, and identify the key drivers of these accumulated debts? 3, how did these debts accumulate to such significant levels despite residents continuing to make regular payments for municipal services? 4, has the Ministry investigated whether municipal revenue collected from residents were diverted from its intended purpose to finance non-essential expenditure or other operational commitments? 5, and finally, Honourable Speaker, can the Honourable Minister justify continued municipal tariff increases in Rehoboth despite declining service delivery, including poor roads, water interruptions, and infrastructure failures? Furthermore, how has the additional revenue generated from these increases been utilized? I so submit.
Yes, please table the questions. Honorable Ipumbu Kalimbo.
Thanks, Honorable Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 2nd July 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Mines and Energy regarding Namdia and diamond sales, valuation, practices, procurement processes, and agreements with foreign diamond trading companies. Concerns have been raised regarding transparency, value for money, the identity of beneficiaries, and whether Namibia is receiving the full benefit from its diamond resources. I therefore ask the following. Whether Namibia entered into agreement with SBMH Group, DMCC, Samia James, DMCC, and related entities through a competitive and transparent procurement process, and whether the Minister will table all agreements, contracts, and supporting documents concluded with these entities since 2016. whether the minister is satisfied that Namibia received fair market value for all diamonds sold through Namdia, and whether independent diamond valuators participated in all major transactions. If so, on what basis? Why has government allowed a situation where Namdia allegedly operates without duly appointed independent valuators as required by the law since 2021? Does this mean that they were not complying? Who authorized the continued export of diamond under circumstances where compliance with the Diamond Act was allegedly in question? How much revenue has we lost as a country? Potentially lost through alleged undervaluation, incorrect tax income assessment, and possible profit shifting. Who are the 10 largest buyers of Namibian diamonds through Namibia since 2016? What quantities were purchased by each? What revenue accumulated to the state? And who are the ultimate beneficial owners of these entities? Lastly, whether the ministry has conducted any forensic audit or investigation into allegations of underpricing, irregular procurement, conflicts of interest, or undue influence in Namibia operations, and whether the minister will support an independent commission of inquiry into this matter. If not, why not? I so submit.
Yes, please table the questions, Honorable Member. Yeah. Okay. I will allow one last question, Honorable Susiku.
It's oral.
Oh, okay. Very good. Then we go to the agent oral questions. The first one is Honorable Susiku. You have the floor. Yeah, no, the time, the honorable member, the reason why can you take a seat, honorable member? The reason why I actually said allow one person, I had less than a minute. As we speak now, it's more than 20 minutes. 20 minutes for questions have lapsed. I was going to extend the time. It's only because it was not exactly 20 minutes. But now that he has agent oral question, it means the time for written notices is lapsed now. Yeah, so Honorable Susiku proceeds. And we have 20 minutes for agent oral questions.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I have an agent oral question to the Minister of Health and Social Services, my counterpart. Yes.
We can't hear the honorable member.
There was a polio campaign. Hello?
Increase the volume.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There was a polio campaign that was conducted in the northern regions from the 24th to the 30th of March this year.
It's not our problem.
Don't listen to them, just
Okay, yes. So, the Ministry of Health and Social Services recruited mobilizers and drivers as volunteered staffs. So, some of the regions, those volunteer staff from different regions, received their allowances and maybe benefits. But now in the Ohangwena region, they did not receive anything at all. So the question is, can the Honorable Minister confirm why the volunteered staff from the Ohangwena region did not receive anything? And then secondly, looking at the cost of living in Namibia, when will they receive such allowances or such benefits? I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. Yes, I am aware of the situation. It was brought to my attention about plus minus 3-4 days ago. It was brought to my attention. The preliminary feedback that I received was that the regional director, as well as the seniors that were involved in ensuring the logistics are carried out, were made aware, for the drivers particularly, where UNICEF was involved. UNICEF was, they had a meeting with UNICEF, this was addressed. And then for the mobilizers, some mobilizers that were not part of those that UNICEF had to make payment for, Some of them, there were issues in terms of bank accounts, but in summary, yes, it has been brought to our attention, and as of yesterday, the ministry is directly contacting those who have not received payments and ensuring that payment is made promptly. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable, now I see all the members that were on the list before. They are still on the list. So I'll call out the names, and those whose questions are oral, they can take the floor. Honorable Lukato.
Yeah, thank you very much, my relative sister, Speaker, members of Parliament, and the leaders of various political parties. Thank you and a good day. This question, it go to my relative family, Deputy Minister of Education, Honorable Balote. Yes. This is regarding the water crisis, the issue. Crisis.
Point of order, Honorable Lukata.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to object that the question be posted to a Deputy Minister. The rule is clear. It must be the Deputy Minister. I object to the question.
Yes. You raise a point of order to draw the attention of the presiding officer. You raise a point of order to draw, honorable members. No, Honorable Nekundi raised a point of order to draw the attention of the presiding officer that the rules empowers the members to pose questions to the ministers. The responsibility for ministries are vested in terms of the Constitution in the ministers, with the deputy ministers to assist the ministers. Deputy ministers are delegated by the ministers. But, honorable members, I cannot deny Honorable Lukato the opportunity to put the question, but if the deputy minister is not in a position to answer the question because it was not put in writing, if the deputy minister is not in a position to answer, then the deputy minister can say so. But I cannot deny him the responsibility. Maybe he was delegated. We don't know. Let me hear.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for your capable rule.
Yeah.
The issue is amended from 2015 to current. The Zambezi Regional Council and the Katima Mulilo Town Council developed a strategy of reopening water. If there are national events, political parties events, and the water opened, when they also hosted the newspaper cup beside the caretaker at the sport complex supported by water, purchased at Namu Water. In addition, the sports field of Katima Mulilo has been, for the past 5 years, the water has been closed. So, Deputy Minister, are you aware of this situation? Currently, there is no water for the past 4 years. I so submit, Honorable Speaker.
Deputy Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Member, thank you for your question. I am going to defer, but I take note, and I will give you feedback privately. Thank you very much.
Very good. Yes. No, procedurally. Yeah, please, help me. Yeah, so the honorable members promised to provide the information in response to the query that was raised. And as I have indicated, I cannot compel the deputy minister to respond to queries about the work of the ministries because they are not the ones that are, in terms of the Constitution, are charged with the responsibility of running the ministries. They assist the ministers, and he is generous enough to say he is prepared to answer. On what point, Honorable Mashindange?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. No, I take note of the ruling of the Speaker. Fair enough. But I just agree with one thing that we are allowing now. Honorable Speaker, since the question of Honorable Lukato is posed in Parliament for the benefit of the people that are affected by that specific situation, I want to implore the Deputy Minister, as he committed that he's going to look into it and provide the answer, to provide it here for the benefit of the Namibians that Honorable Lukato is asking on behalf of.
Yes.
And not make it a private consultation as he has said. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, I want to draw the attention of the members. And maybe this is a rule that has not really been fully enforced. And this has created a wrong impression with the MPs. The rules are saying all questions are to be notified in writing, unless if the presiding officer allows. But I think there are some members who actually think that when the notices of written question, the time is up and I did not ask, I can just put down my paper and I convey my question into agent oral question. No, I just want to explain to you. No, Honorable Member, I'm just explaining. I am not ruling. I have ruled already. That matter has been put to rest. I am only responding to you. I have already made the ruling. I have already made the ruling on him. Okay, do you want me to not say anything about what you said? So honorable members, in terms of the rules, only the presiding officer can direct a member of parliament. If Honorable Mashindange is saying I shouldn't say anything about what he said, then it means there will be no ruling on what he said, and I can do that. If that's what you want. But if you want anything to bind the member, it has to have been ruled on by the presiding officer. Yeah, and I'm saying to you, I have already made the ruling when he requested based on that constitutional provision, and I'm not going to revoke that ruling. Yeah. So now, Honorable Kanderodhu. Is it a point of order, point of procedure? Yes, okay. Please, let's round up the points of procedures.
I guess I'm seeking...
Yes, I know. Yeah, and the honorable members, what I'm going to do is we will not stop the clock, because the honorable members take turns to act out of the rules, so that when the negative consequences of our conduct start to bear, we will all feel it. Yeah, no freezing of the time. Let's go on.
I'm seeking guidance.
Yes.
I'm seeking guidance, whether it's a privilege or procedure. I guess
yes.
Guidance. Honorable Speaker, you made a ruling, but I want to appreciate moving forward. The rules by text, it spells out to whom the question must be asked. It spells out. And in my understanding, I want you to rule. I'm saying in my understanding, I want you to guide me. In my understanding, the question is put to a minister. Now, if the minister, even if delegated, the question must still be put to the minister, and the deputy, if delegated, will then respond on behalf of the minister, but not the question to the minister. Is that my understanding wrong? Because it must be asked to Nekundi, who is the minister, if I have delegated my deputy. The question must come to me, and he or she with my deputy will respond to that question which I delegated him to respond, but the question is to me, not to that deputy. Just want your understanding from a legal interpretation.
Thank you, honorable member. Let us take it this way. For today, on the case of the question that is put to Honorable Balotti, I have... What is that? Honorable members, you see, there is no partial respect of the rules. We can't respect some parts of the rules. What we are doing, honorable members here, we are eroding the dignity. We are eroding the dignity of this house. That's what we are doing. We are eroding the dignity of the house. I just want to say that. So on the issue on the issue of Honorable Barotti, I have made the ruling. Because you see, this matter can be argued from all directions. Yeah, and I cannot say that argument that Honorable Nekudi made cannot be made. But maybe that's a discussion that we need to have at another platform. Because if we are really to say, whenever a minister is not present, the government cannot be asked to act. Because practically that is what it means. Yeah, the government cannot be asked to act. Then that starts to generate other consequences. But what I'm trying to say is that if a minister, some ministers delegate in writing, a deputy minister knows this part of the work of the ministry is delegated to me. That minister or deputy minister should be able to answer questions. But if the deputy minister says, I am not in a position to answer this question today, I cannot compel the deputy minister because he or she is not the primary responsible person. Secondly, and also as important, I cannot compel a minister to answer an urgent oral question unless if I, as a presiding officer, can confirm that this question is an urgent oral one, not the ones that we just ask here, some of which do not qualify for that. We must all respect the rules. Honorable members, really, what is that point now, honorable members? Because we have now 9 minutes to go. Yeah. On which point? No, you are withdrawing.
Yes,
you put it in writing.
Yes.
You will not put it as urgent oral question anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, very good. That's fine. Okay. Honorable Emmanuel Wise.
Honorable Speaker, I want to benefit from the institutional memory.
Yeah. Can you increase the volume, Honorable Minister?
I'm trying to project as much as I can, Honorable Speaker, but I'm saying before I become part of the directionless, before I become part of the directionless.
Which directionless is that one now?
Yes.
Which directionless is that one, Honorable Member?
Yes. I want to understand, Honorable Speaker, as to whether if the approach we are taking is then one that
the speaker does not have direction.
Yeah, I'm also trying to understand that. I'm trying to understand what the meaning of that phrase is before you become part of the directionless.
Speaker, I do not want to, I can put it in alternative terms. I don't want to be clueless after the end of this session. I don't want to be directionless at the end of this session. Okay, I'm speaking English. No, it's true. That's why I'm standing to ask in empowering my position and in educating myself. I'm not targeting that particular phrase on anyone.
No, but it creates that impression, Honorable Minister.
No, Honorable Speaker, I don't want to be directionless at the end of this session.
No, you said before I become part of the directionless.
Yes.
So practically you are saying there is no direction in the House and you don't want to become part of it. That's the only interpretation that can be given to that. Honorable Member, please, that's what That's what it means, Honorable. And I was expecting better from you.
No.
Yeah.
No, Honorable Speaker.
Yeah. Now, this is the challenge that I have with my honorable colleagues. You see, the honorable member wants as a matter of right that they have under the rules to be heard, but they don't want as a matter of obligation under the rules to comply with the rules. That is what creates that sense of directionless in the House. Yeah, when the members refuse to accept the rulings of the presiding officer, it renders the House directionless.
Thank you, Speaker. That me and you are on the same page. That we are looking for a direction on the floor. That's why I respected when you were speaking and directing me, I took a seat, Honorable Speaker, and that's what I do for everyone. And I just expect the same, Honorable Speaker. But be that as it may, my question, Honorable Speaker, was, you know, if we are to allow question to be put to the deputy ministers,
by the end of the session, you are more confused.
Speaker, do I have the floor? Because I want to respect your house and your ruling. Have you ruled on this matter? Because I raised just like any other, and I have not interrupted anyone. And I think if we can just go to the extent of making sure that we respect each other's view and our own supreme thought, we keep them to ourselves. It will be very helpful.
Yes, you may proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I was simply looking for a direction from yourself as the presiding officer. That are we allowing question to be put to the deputy ministers because they are sitting in this house? Or are we also saying then that the minister who will not be present on a given day, but his or her deputy is out of this house, the deputy will be allowed for the purpose of coming to answer questions?
Honorable member, okay, the challenge that I have, may take your seat, honorable member. The challenge that I have indicated already, honorable members, I have indicated already that I have made a ruling on the case of Honorable Balotti when he offered to respond to the question at a later time. And I came back when Honorable Nekundi persisted with the question, even after I had made the ruling. And I ruled to say the principle of the issue, which is what we are repeating now, can be discussed at another platform. But the ruling has been made. Now you raise the same issue. But then Honorable Lucato got up and withdrew the question. He withdrew the question. So practically the challenge that I have is this: however well we may, whatever good intentions that we may have, when we pursue matters the way that we are pursuing them now, we find ourselves in conflict with the rules. Because the rules are saying when a ruling is made by the presiding officer, no debate can take place. And now what we are actually doing is we are debating issues under the guise of point of procedure. That's what we are doing. But the rules have given us a platform when we identify matters like this that may seem problematic, to discuss those matters outside of the House and come back to the House with the recommendation. And I just want to remind the members once more, please note all these problematic issues so that at the appropriate platform, we discuss them. That is why we have the power to review the rules, so that we can review them. And then we don't. So now I have told the Secretariat not to stop the clock. So Honorable Ikando, the clock is running, and when the minutes for question is finished, it's finished. Yes, Honorable Ikando. Yes, please.
Honorable Speaker, time and again you say you allow the urgent oral questions. I want to find out, how do you determine, as the Speaker, the urgency of the question that comes from the masses? And then when we go to this rule, I don't want to bring arguments. 135, it says the presiding member may allow time for urgent oral questions to be posed to the the ministers, may allow time. May, time, not the question. Time. Yes.
So you mean to say
So
a
what
question
I'm
can
saying
be
is
asked out of time?
The question, no, you are allowing the time, not to reject the question to say it's
Yeah.
not urgent.
Okay, Honorable,
Yes,
Honorable.
because the questions are from the masses.
Yeah.
But you allow that time, but not to reject the questions.
Yeah, in my entire political life, I have never faced a question that is impossible to comprehend. A statement that is impossible to comprehend, like the one that you just posed now. Truly, I can't make out what you are trying to say. I can't make out. Yeah, because you cannot possibly say a member can speak outside of the context of time. I have done some physics at secondary school. No, Honorable Member. So if you need me to help you to understand what the provision says, because the rules are saying the speaker is the one that is empowered to interpret the rules and to enforce them. Yeah. So the interpretation of the speaker of this rule is this, that the members have a right to ask questions. Those questions must be notified in writing. There must be a notice, and that notice must be in writing. But the presiding officer is given a discretion to members to ask questions that are not notified in writing on the basis of urgency. And it is up to that presiding officer to make a determination whether that question is urgent or otherwise. No, I have dealt with that matter, honorable members. Now I have a list here, unless if we are saying that we no longer want urgent oral questions, because in any case it's a discretion of the presiding officer. So the presiding officer can proceed to the next item. If we know, yeah, no, but really, honorable, who was on the floor? Is it Honorable Kandorodu? Honorable Kandorodu, you have the floor. Please, I have been flexible enough. Let's allow these questions to.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Mine goes to the Minister of Environment, Honorable Indileni Daniel. I have a flu, so my voice is a bit gone. My question is about the number of elephants roaming around Omashete, Daures constituency and Kunene that are destroying the properties of our communities, both communal and commercial, but yet there is no assistance. When you are asking for the ministry officials to come and assist, there is a normal traditional excuse that there is no transport. In terms of compensation, there is actually no compensation. Let's say if your field that you have planted is destroyed, you will only get 1,000 per hectare. That's the compensation. So water tanks and fences have been destroyed. So what are the ministry measures in terms of culling the numbers of elephants in that areas where it destroying the properties of our communities? And maybe that money can be reinvested back into the victims, those who lost their properties, both communal and commercial. So please clarify, and there is an urgent need for the minister to visit the communities and also engage with them. When are you planning to visit Omashete and Kunene commercial that is bordering Daures constituency? I so submit.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Kandaranzu, for the question. Yes, your concern is also my concern. Yeah, you know, everything to happen requires finance. And I understand very well, yes, we do have a population that we need to control. And with some of the elephants, the problems when it comes to elephants is coming from both sides. Yeah, myself, I have been in some of the areas where elephant destruction is also very prominent, and I have visited households, and I have also looked at the area, how it was. The issue is from both. We do have some elephants that are normally residents in the areas that we are talking about. And we do have also migration elephants, which are caused by various factors. So the measures that we are taking, in terms of when somebody's incur destruction to property or whatsoever, there are methods and ways in the ministry on how to compensate. I just maybe want to tell me that if we have some pending request, I want you to be specific who that is, then I can follow up. But in terms of on how to control the population, that is something already in the pipeline. Once that is passed, I will inform the Parliament.
Yes, thank you. Now the time is up for questions, for urgent oral questions. We now proceed to notices of motions. Yeah. Now the list of the same honorable notice of motions. Honorable Haikola of motions.
Yes. Notice of motion.
Can all the honorable members who press the button for questions please put down, because the time is out for questions. We are now at notices of motions, so that I'll be able to, I can be guided by the list. Honorable Lucato.
Honorable Speaker, Member of Parliament, the leaders of various political parties, thank you so much for the platform. Today, Tuesday, 23 June 2026, I hereby give notice that on Tuesday, 30 June 2026, I shall move that this August House discuss and agree to table the motion to establish referral hospitals in the following regions. That's Zambezi region, which is Onjuva region, Irongo region, Kunene region, and the Karas region. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable, table the notice, please. Yeah, honorable member, but you did, I did give you the floor, and you indicated as if you didn't have a motion and you had to look for it and switch off, and now you come back again. So maybe let me just, yeah. So please, honorable members, let's not do that. If you have a question and a notice, have both of your items on the table, or no, at least you have two, and be sure when you are called upon, because I can't come back to you after I had called you. Yeah? So now you have the floor to give a notice of a motion.
Thank you, Speaker. I hereby give notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Evilastos Karonda for 23rd June 2026. Yes. While on official business, in terms of Rule 124H, read with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules and Orders.
Please table the motion.
Till further notice.
Yes. Honorable Hengari.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I hereby move without notice in terms of Rule 27F and G that on this day, the 23rd of June 2026, this Honorable House strongly asserts and reaffirms its solemn constitutional mandate as provided in Chapter 7 of the Namibian Constitution, in particular Article 45 thereof, which states the members of the National Assembly shall be representative of all the people and shall in the performance of their duties be guided by the objectives of this Constitution, by the public interest, and by their conscience. Reaffirming the critical role of the National Youth Council of Namibia, established by an Act of Parliament the National Youth Council Act, Act 3 of 2009, is the apex statutory body mandated to foster among the Namibian youth a spirit of national identity, patriotism, unity, self-respect, and a deep awareness of our social, economic, political, educational, and cultural realities, while developing their potential and driving meaningful youth development programs. Deeply concerned by the persistent governance failures, leadership lapses, and administrative shortcomings at the National Youth Council, which have eroded public trust and culminated in the shameful scenes of violence and chaos witnessed during the Third General Assembly in Swakopmund this past weekend. Guided by the principles of good governance, transparency, inclusivity, financial accountability, the rule of law, and the need for modern institutional standards that must govern all public bodies created by this Parliament. This House therefore resolves to openly and urgently debate these recurring challenges with a singular objective of charting a clear path towards the genuine revival of a credible, a unified, effective, and accountable National Youth Council, one that serves its statutory mandate with integrity, free from impunity, political interference, factionalism, negligence, or any form of maladministration. Further, Honourable Speaker, that this House directs the Committee on Public Accounts to immediately undertake a thorough scrutiny of all financial and accountability matters relating to the National Youth Council and to report its findings and recommendations back to this House within a reasonable but specified period. And 2, to call for a comprehensive review of the National Youth Council Act, Act 3 of 2009, with a view to introducing necessary amendments that will modernize and strengthen the Act, particularly by streamlining leadership selection, governance structures, and accountability mechanisms to align with best practices in other public institutions governed by boards. And lastly, to call for an independent inquiry into the governance, administrative, and operational matters of the National Youth Council of Namibia, including but not limited to its decision-making processes, leadership conduct, and institutional arrangements.
Yes, Honourable Member, now I'm now really put in a difficult situation because now I have specific proposals made on the issue of the National Youth Council and what happened over the weekend, whereas we have been notified, and I want to respond to what Honorable Ampanda said earlier. I was notified before we came to the chamber that the Deputy Minister was going to make a statement on behalf of the Ministry. Now I listened to the notice of a motion of Honorable Hengari making specific recommendations. And I would say actually 2 of the recommendations, I thought it would be one or another, because one calls for referral to a committee, the other one called for the commission of inquiry, so which are 2 kind of different approaches. So maybe what we will say is the member can table the motion, let me reserve a ruling on that one, then we hear the statement, and then I will make a ruling on it, because this caught me really, it put me in a difficult situation. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Speaker, while you are going to, the complexity is not just the one that you are raising, there's another complexity. As I understand what the member is saying, she's moving without notice. Yes, she's moving without notice. So I'm just saying, as you go do that comparison, also have that aspect that it's moved without notice.
Oh, I see. Yes, I missed that part. Thank you. Honorable members, now this is break time. We were supposed to go on break at the 20 to 4, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members on the list, or even more. Can we agree to just hear the notices of the motions, and then we delay going on a break, and then we will go on break after that? So please, let's try. The leader of government business is agreeing. Now, what is the comrade?
It's about the rules. No, that's what that's what you want to hear. It's about the rules. It means about the rules.
Yeah, no.
The rule says at that time you must go on the break.
No. Let me make a ruling. No.
I'm just putting it. No, Honorable Speaker.
What?
I'm not saying
okay, you
can't rule. Just rule against me.
Very
no
good,
problem.
very good. Yes, let me say this.
No problem.
The rules are saying the members are entitled. That writing is saying the members are entitled to a break after this period. So if you start at 2:30, at 20 to 4, you as members are entitled to a break. But if you as members agree to postpone that break or to forfeit it altogether, I don't think that we are prohibited from doing that. Yeah, isn't it? Okay, so let's quickly. I think he only wants to see whether economists also know how to interpret rules.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker is doing well. Let's give her a round of applause. I know you will not. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. This is specific to Honorable Speaker. I give notice that on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 24th June 2026, I shall move that this Assembly, pursuant to Section 4, subsection 1, read together with Section 4, subsection 2 of the Anti-Corruption Act 2003, Act number 8 of 2003, approves the nomination by Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, the following one: Dr. Brian Aseb for appointment as the Director General of the Anti-Corruption Commission for a term of 5 years. Number two, to extend for 1 year the tenure of Advocate Erna van der Merwe as Deputy Director General of the Anti-Corruption Commission, respectively. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
PM may table the motion, please. PM, please table the motion. Yes, please table the motion. Yes, Honorable Hishono.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Hishono has the floor now.
My relative brother, the Prime Minister, skipped the line, but because he's my senior, I allowed you to speak before me, but it was my turn, actually. Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice as per Rule 124H and Rule 76B of the Standing Rules.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Rules, orders, and internal arrangements that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Armas Amkoto as from the 23rd June 2026 till further notice. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Member may table the motion. As I have indicated, Honorable Members must indicate the reason that the member is seeking leave, as I have indicated before. Chief Whips, please take note, because... No. Honorable Member, can you please just speak in terms assigned by the presiding member? So the member may table, and I would like the members to know that the presiding officer can rule that these motions not be recorded in the minutes, so which would mean leave is not granted if we persist to not comply with the rules. Yeah, no, I just made the general ruling, so I will look at that because I don't know what is on it. Now, Honorable Klassen has I can see you are asking for the floor, you get the floor. Honorable Klassen now has the floor. Yeah, no, Honorable Members, Honorable Klassen, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Good afternoon, all members. Honorable Speaker, I move in terms of Rule 124.8, read together with Rule 76.1, D, of the standing rules, orders and internal arrangements of the National Assembly that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Sharonese Bush from the 23rd to 25th June 2026 while she's on official business.
Yes.
Please
table the motion. Yes, Honorable Ricardo now has the floor. Yes, I have deferred the ruling on yours. You have submitted. I will make a ruling on it when I look at it to see what is on it. Yeah, Honorable Ricardo, you ought to have waited for him to leave.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby...
Yeah, he has passed now. It's okay. You can now go ahead, but you ought to have waited.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice as per Rule 124H and Rule 761D of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Otila Itota as from 23rd of June 2026 to the 27th. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, I also defer ruling on that one. You may please table because the Honorable, table, I defer ruling. Now what are you arguing? Just table, I have deferred the ruling.
So if you defer the ruling, you should also start from that motion because it's the same content.
Table
yes,
the motion, the ruling is deferred. The ruling is deferred. Yes, Honorable Aupindi.
Honorable Speaker, I give notice that on the 30th June 2026, I shall move the following motion for debate in this House. That this House recognizes the hundreds of millions of Namibian dollars in unclaimed pension, insurance, death, and related financial benefits remain unpaid to their rightful beneficiaries, many of whom are former workers, widows, orphans, pensioners, and vulnerable families who continue to face poverty and economic hardship. Notes with deep concern that unclaimed pension benefits alone exceeded 218 million according to the financial sector regulator, while the total value of unclaimed benefit held by pension funds, insurance companies, the guardian funds, and other institutions may be substantially higher. Further note that while many beneficiaries struggle to provide food, shelter, education, health care for their families, institutions continue to hold and invest these funds, earning returns from monies that rightfully belong to ordinary Namibians and their dependents. Acknowledges that many beneficiaries remain unaware of their entitlement due to inadequate tracing mechanism, outdated records, limited public awareness, and administrative barriers that disproportionately affect rural and low-income communities. Concerned that the continued retention of these benefits undermines social justice, public confidence in the financial system, and the constitutional rights of citizens to enjoy and benefit from their lawfully earned asset. Now, therefore, resolve that a comprehensive national audit be conducted in all unclaimed pensions, insurance, death, and related benefits held by pension funds, insurance companies, the guardian funds, and other relevant institutions, and that findings be reported to the Parliament. That relevant authorities review existing regulation frameworks to strengthen beneficiaries' tracing obligation, transparency, accountability, and enforcement measures, and recommend and introduce stiff penalties. And Honorable Speaker, mandatory tracing standards be introduced, including the use of accredited tracing services, modern technologies, and public awareness campaign before any benefit may be classified unclaimed. The capacity of the High Court, of the Master of the High Court, and the Guardian Fund be strengthened to improve beneficiary outreach, accessibility, and efficient processing of claims and benefits to the rightful owners. This matter, Honorable Speaker, I so recommend that be referred to the Parliamentary Standing Committee, the Right Parliamentary Standing Committee, for investigation and recommendation aimed at ensuring that all reasonable steps are taken to reunite beneficiaries with funds lawfully due to them. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Please table the motion. Table the motion, please. Honorable Samukwa.
Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I move in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements of the National Assembly, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Emma Theophilus from 23 to 25 June 2026 while on official business. I so move.
Thank you. Honorable, table the motion. Honorable Hifikwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I hereby move without notice as per Rule 124H and Rule 76B, which says the member or a close family member contracted a sickness or died, as of the Standing Rules and Orders and International Arrangements, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Elvis Lizazi from the 23rd of June till further notice. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Yes, please table the motion. Honorable members, I want to go through this list. We are at a break time. We have decided only to postpone the break in order for us to hear the notices of motions. So I'm not going to entertain anything other than a notice of a motion. So Honorable Hengombe, no, we have deferred only for notices of motion. Honorable Hengombe, you have the floor. Yeah.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby move without notice as per Rule 124H and Rule 76F of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Nelson Kalangula as from 23 June 2026 till further notice. I so move.
Honorable member, table the motion. I will defer the ruling until I have heard on what occasion. I just want to tell all the members, they must say what it is that the member wants to be given leave from the assembly from. Yeah. Honorable member, I have said for now, no, I'm not giving any, no. Otherwise we will just break then, and we have a time limit even for motions. Honorable Mukapuli, no, honorable member, wait, let's finish, no. Honorable Mukapuli,
Honorable Speaker, I move in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangement of the National Assembly, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Willem Amtenya from 23 to 25 June 2026 while on official business.
While on official business.
Speaker.
Yeah. Honorable member. Honorable members, you can't argue with the presiding officer. Please table the motion. I have told you I deferred the ruling. I did not dismiss your motion. What is the argument? Yeah, Honorable Shimi. No, I will hear all the notices of motions. No, we have extended the time only for notice of motions. Yes.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, proceed, please.
Honorable Speaker, I move in terms of Rule 124H, read together with
Honorable members, Honorable Shimi, please proceed.
Read together with Rule 76(1)D of the Standing Rules and Orders and internal arrangements of the National Assembly, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Ruth Masake as from the 23rd to the 25th of June 2026 while on official business.
No, honorable members, I want to hear what the honorable member is saying. Honorable member, take your seat, please. No, honorable member, on account of what? Honorable, just the ending part.
While on official business, Honorable Speaker.
On official business, please table. No, honorable members, I have already ruled that the time was only extended for notices of motion. I am not going to hear any procedures, what. Take your seat, the honorable member is coming, and you will get me. You are out of order, honorable member, you are out of order. You cannot be, no. You are out of order, honorable. Honorable Cooper. Honorable Cooper. No, honorable, please. No. I can't hear you. I will not pay attention to you because you have no floor. You don't have a floor. Honorable member, let's hear. Honorable Cooper, can you take the floor?
Bishop, I have respect for you. Bishop, I have respect for you. I never rise while you are on the floor. I never rose while you are on the floor.
It's your turn.
No, I have respect for Bishop. No, I never rose and make noise while you are on the floor.
I'm not stopping you, Honorable. Just stop. I'm asking the Speaker.
On the floor. Honorable Cooper.
Honorable Speaker, I move in terms.
Honorable,
I never make noise, Bishop.
Honorable Cooper.
You are one of the leaders I have respect for. I have respect for you.
Honorable member, just address yourself to the presiding officer.
Don't do that. I have
Honorable Thomas, take your seat. Honorable Thomas, take your seat. Take your seat. Honorable Thomas, take your seat.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Thomas. Honorable Thomas, you are out of order. Honorable Thomas. Honorable Thomas. Honorable Thomas. Honorable Thomas. No, you are disrespecting the presiding officer. You are asking for respect, you are disrespecting me. Take your seat, honorable member. You are disrespecting the presiding officer. No, you are out of order. You are out of order. You are out of order. Honorable Cooper.
Honorable Speaker, I move in terms of Rule 124H, read together with Rule 76(1)(c) of the Standing Rules, Orders and Internal Arrangements of the National Assembly that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Sebastian Karupu from 23 to 25th June 2026 to enable him to attend to urgent private matters. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, thank you. Table the motion.
Of course.
Yes, Honorable Ampanda.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, there is a member whom we have approved leave for here.
Yeah, honorable member,
Yes.
are you moving a notice of a motion?
No, I'm notifying the Speaker that there is a member
honorable
who's
member,
in the House
I
illegally.
will not list, I have indicated.
And the rule
already.
says if you attend a session, your leave is automatically
Honorable
forfeited.
member, just one moment, I have said. We have now extended the time.
Speaker, just so you will attend to it.
No, later. No, I won't
Yes.
attend to it because you must rate it appropriately.
Okay,
You
how do
cannot
I do it
bulldoze it. You can't bulldoze it. That's
Yes.
what you are doing now. Let me just hear the notice of a motion if there is one. If there is no notice of a motion, we break for 20 minutes. Those who have issues to raise, they will raise when we are
okay.
back. Honorable members.
But you won't participate.
No, honorable member. Honorable member. Is the Honorable Thomas, do you have a notice of a motion? No, I'm asking you. Do you have a notice of a motion? Okay. No, we rise for 20 minutes for now. Yes.
The member can now leave.
take our seats, please? Okay, so we finished notices of motions. Now we proceed to ministerial statements. Yes, Honorable, do you have a point of mention the point that you want to make?
I think maybe for us to not to delay the point is that maybe you will attend to those things, speakers, isn't it? The one that we are just
restate them because I didn't have them recorded. Now you can say them because you have the floor.
I'm just saying there is a sick note submitted to this House of Minister Chitubejance as sick, just for him to surface in Tanzania. Maybe he took enough pills and is okay. We don't have a problem. But it's just a red flag. The other thing, there's a sick note submitted here for Minister of Mines and Energy. Then he surfaced in Tanzania, very energetic. But maybe they are immune boosters.
Is that another one or is the same Honorable Amte?
Yeah, Honorable Amse.
Okay,
yes,
so okay, I note that one.
Yeah, but I accept that there's a possibility for taking enough immune boosters and you'll be okay.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other matter is that we see now the minister deputy minister who's on leave have a right on, if maybe so that we don't spend a lot of time, maybe they can just put 24.
Which other deputy minister of mines?
Parliament has approved her leave from today.
Yeah.
So maybe they can just put 24 so that we don't debate this issue. That the leave is not for today. And because if she contributes, the rule says that once you attend the assembly automatically. So I'm just saying we don't have to debate it. Let's just put a 4 where there's a 3.
Thank you. I will look at them. And those that can be dealt with immediately, I will deal with them immediately, and I will notify the House tomorrow. Those that need a ruling, I will announce the ruling. Yeah, because these are very straightforward things, and I think they are not harmful. I think we are very much behind. It's now 2:05, and I want us to make some progress. I want us to break away from the tradition where the whole day we are just dealing with the routine of the day and we don't get to the order of business. But I have noted the issues. Now, we go to ministerial statements. Minister of Finance. Huh? Yes, is that the point of something?
The Deputy Minister referred to by Honorable Job Ambanda's slide is on to shed more light on.
Yeah, no, the Honorable, she can brief me and then I will consider it as part of the ruling. Because I want us to make progress. We are losing time, really. It's not harmful. What has happened there, it's not a harmful thing. Yeah. Honorable Member, I would want to go to ministerial statements, Honorable Member. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to very much conform to your ruling as presiding officer, but I'm left a little bit lost, given that the Speaker said that you would come back and get back to us on our motion without notice that was moved earlier on. And so I'm just finding myself a little bit lost.
Yes, Honorable Member, I have deferred the ruling on that issue because I have to reflect and refer to the appropriate rules so that I can be confident that I have dealt with the matter properly. And until then, the matter cannot be dealt with until a ruling has been made. Yes. So, no, it depends. It depends on how much time I need. Yes, Honorable Member, because I didn't read that, I have to look at it and determine. You see, if I find that I can make a ruling tomorrow, I will come tomorrow. Yeah. So, Honorable Members, Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Cooper, now. Yes.
My apologies, Honorable Speaker. If you table something on this House, the only place where you withdraw it is on the floor of Parliament. Guided by the Deputy Minister, who requested for the leave, and her programs changed. She apologized for the inconvenience caused and requested me to withdraw the leave for today till Thursday. I shall submit.
Okay. Yes. Honorable Member, you may table that. Yeah, it's a difficult situation that I'm facing, but I'm learning from this one, honorable members. Yes, thank you, honorable members. You see, the reason why I was saying the issue of the Deputy Minister of Agriculture is not harmful is this. The member asks for leave. Yeah, you ask for leave to be absent from a session. For one reason or another, you no longer need to be absent. You are not constrained from participating in the deliberations of the House. The rules only say once you come back to work, during the period that you had asked to be excused, the leave that was granted would fall away. You forfeit that. There is no harm. So really, we don't need to interrupt the proceedings in order to rectify that. So Minister of Finance, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, honorable members of this House. I rise to inform this August House and the public at large of the Financial Action Task Force, abbreviated FATF, anonymous decision to remove Namibia from list of jurisdictions under increased monitoring, commonly known as the FATF grey list. This important decision was taken at the plenary of FATF that was held in Paris on the 19th of June 2026, that has confirmed that Namibia has successfully addressed all the strategic deficiencies that were previously identified with regard to anti-money laundering, countering financing of terrorism, and countering of proliferation financing framework. This achievement is a significant national milestone, and it really reflects the collective resolve of Cabinet, Parliament, Namibian Police, Office of the Prosecutor General, NAMRA, ACC, NAMFISA, the Financial Intelligence Center, the Bank of Namibia, the private sector, including the media and all relevant stakeholders in restoring and strengthening confidence in Namibia's financial integrity framework. By way of background, Namibia was placed on the FATF grey list on the 23rd February 2024, following the mutual evaluation process that was conducted through the Eastern and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group. The listing arose from identified 13 strategic deficiencies in the national anti-money laundering, countering financing terrorism, and the countering proliferation financing framework. And Namibia was issued with an action plan that contained 13 actions that needed to be addressed by May 2026. Namibia demonstrated high-level political commitment and adopted a coordinated national response. The National Focal Committee that was led by the Financial Intelligence Center coordinated the implementation of the action plan and submitted regular reports as was required. Since July, 5 progress reports were submitted, and on 26 February 2026, the FATF announced that Namibia has largely addressed the 13 action items, and that was ahead of the deadline of May 2026. The FATF plenary specifically noted Namibia's sustainable political commitment and the improved capacity of the Financial Intelligence Center and law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute money laundering and terrorist financing matters. These are not small achievements for our country. They represent the fundamental strengthening of the institutions that underpin financial integrity for our country. Namibia's removal from the grey list will strengthen our international reputation and enhance investor confidence in the Namibia financial system. It will support our correspondent banking relationships with international financial institutions and reinforce the credibility of our financial sector to the world. Beyond the financial sector, the milestone directly supports our national development agenda. A credible, well-regulated financial system is not a technical matter for regulators alone. It is the foundation upon which we attract investment, support trade, safeguard public resources, and reduce the illicit financial flows that undermine development. It is important to emphasize that removal from the grey list is not the end of Namibia's obligations. The country will continue to sustain the reforms that were implemented under the FATF action plan, maintain effective coordination among relevant offices, ministries, and agencies, and remain prepared for the other mutual evaluation process that is going to start in 2030. The Financial Intelligence Center, as the national focal and coordinating agency, will continue working with stakeholders to preserve the gains that we have attained. I want to take this opportunity to express sincere appreciation to Cabinet and Parliament of the time that worked tirelessly in passing 14 laws in record time. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Shimi Pumpushimi, who really worked very hard. And for me, I only take the baton and then I took it to the finishing line. Congratulations, Honorable Shimi. Further appreciation goes to the Anti-Money Laundering Council, the National Focal Committee, the law enforcement agencies, OMAS, and all other stakeholders who contributed to the successful national outcome. In conclusion, Namibia's removal from the FATF grey list is a strong affirmation of the country's commitment to transparency, good governance, and international financial standards. It demonstrates what can be achieved when institutions, when the nation work together with agency, discipline for a shared national purpose. Government remains committed to strengthening the national anti-money laundering, countering financing terrorism, and countering proliferation financing framework, and ensuring that Namibia's financial system remains resilient, credible, and trusted by both domestic and international investors and stakeholders. Honorable Speaker, I thank you and I so submit.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Now the Minister has used 7 minutes out of the, how much? 20 minutes for ministerial statements. So now we have 13 minutes for any questions on the statement of the Minister. Honorable Ampanda.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, I don't know, I'm trying to shorten in the short time that I have. It's like there is a bully out there, and this bully says to you that I'm going to list you on this list unless you do ABC. And when you do ABC according to the bully, you celebrate. The bully also tells you that I'm going to list you. So I'm a bit conflicted. That's why I want to see your perspective on this. Because, of course, we have to celebrate that we are not on some list. But we need to actually understand what is happening. A bully decides that you must pass 14 legislation in the shortest period of time, and you do that. It is the same problem. Why do we have these anti-money laundering laws? Where do they come from? They came from 9/11. The Americans wanted to find out where are these terrorists getting their funds from. Then the financial sector, the international financial sector as a whole, changes because of that anti-terrorism regime. But today, one terrorist, tomorrow becomes another person liberators. It's the same thing that we agreed with this ICC. Then all of a sudden we have a president arrested, Bagbo, in Ivory Coast, spent time in The Hague for about 6 years. Later, they realize there's no case. Then they send him back to their country. So I want to see whether our government is actually thinking, because we ask this question even on the rating agency that we pay 2 million to Fitch, 2 million to Moody. Yeah? So we agree with financial integrity, Speaker. But the financial integrity must not be because some bully decided, because that bully can change tomorrow. We must stand, yes, as I'm summarizing, financial integrity, we are together. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we cannot, I understand why we must celebrate. But I'm hoping that we are just don't celebrating. Tomorrow they will say, pass 100 bills in the shortest period because we are grey listing you or blue listing you. So is the government really talking about, because I would have thought that this FTA will even assist us in terms of illicit financial flows that we are losing as an economy, as a continent. So what is the measures that we are also just talking about to ensure that we support and agree with financial integrity of our system, but it must be us. And we must agree with it, not because some other person. Because tomorrow it can change. And when it, yes, what is the government preparing in terms of ensuring that the financial integrity is not because the bully asked us to do that. Related to that in terms of what, that's why we are maintaining bullies of Fitch, 2 million every year on the budget. Yes, so that's the perspective in which we are celebrating, but we're also very cautious. What is the government's approach to this, Minister?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for that information. I just, Honorable Minister, I want to thank us, ourselves, for not being in the grey-listed something. So whether what that means to an ordinary person is not so clear. But I want to know, because, Honorable Minister, as we speak, the citizens of the Republic of Namibia, including journalists, cannot access what we call beneficial ownerships. You know, the doors for BIPA remains closed to all the Namibians, including the media. Yet, somebody or a group of people in Europe are having full access to a register that Namibians cannot have. So I really want to understand the logic behind that, because it's businesses that are registered here that are probably one of those that are contributing to money laundering, yet Namibians cannot access it. Somebody else should access it and tell us, you know what, you must pass this laws, you must do this, you must do that, you must do that. I want to understand what is your perspective, Honorable Minister, and when are we going to change this thing? Because we cannot celebrate this achievement, Honorable Minister, because anytime, any day from now on, these people can decide otherwise. Yet the Namibian people are kept in the dark. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Hengari.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Finance. Let me also thank Honorable Shimi, who's my senior brother, senior relative brother, who was Minister of Finance at the time, and also thank all the members, in fact, that served in the 7th Parliament, who made sure and who saw to it that those bills and those laws, in fact, came to fruition, and we did what was expected of us, which is our job in this House. Secondly, Honorable Minister, I want to ask a very specific question, at the risk of being very controversial, but perhaps it should help us as an African people, especially as an Namibian people. Now, I understand that the African Union, backed by the Africa Peer Review Mechanism, at some point wanted to establish the Africa Credit Rating Agency. And one of the reasons was that we wanted Africa to tell its own stories, but more importantly, we wanted to establish standards by which countries are measured, or at least standards against which African economies could be measured. So I really want to understand what government's commitment is to that particular agenda. Are we still committed to that as a country? And also, third and finally, Honorable Speaker, if you may please indulge me, I wanted to also find out, because we, of course, sat here and passed a number of bills, but it's also important to understand the tangible impact that those bills or those laws that were passed in this House have had on ensuring that, Namibia is no longer on the grey list, or we're no longer grey listed. Is there really a real impact that can be measured? Or was this just some way to really get the House to pass laws at a faster rate? Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have 6 minutes. There is another member asking for the floor. So the minister won't be able to answer. Colleagues, please, let's try to summarize. Maybe we should agree, instead of 3 minutes, let's make it 1. Honorable Nashinge, you are the last.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister,
I just want to find out, fine, we have now entered a new chapter. What have we learned? What are the conversations our governments are having as Nigeria and all those that were also grey listed moving forward? Are we still going to continue having this type of agendas being set from outside, and all we do is to run at 1,000 kilometers per hour to comply? And what are the mechanisms that are we putting in place if we have not started yet, so that we don't go backward? We have situations, for example, where questionable individuals continue entering our countries. Even here we have individuals that lands with their private jets at our airport, and they get special treatment as they enter our country and when they are leaving. So what is the strategy?
Yes.
Because these are source of what we found ourselves in the past, and now at least we have rectified that. Maybe if you could just...
Thank you. Thank you. Now, honorable members, let's also stick to the rules. No insinuations, nothing, just questions. Yeah? Honorable Minister, please respond.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Members, for your contributions through questions. I would want to start in the order of how the questions were posed. Honorable Ampanda, I will not refer to that part that you said there's someone who is saying something. I can only say that Namibia is part of the global village. And when global standards are set and you ascribe to them, you should prepare for them in good times and bad times. So there's no bully. They are just reminding you of the commitment that we have made to say, I have put in place some frameworks. And they only come to say, we are only watching you on whether you are implementing your framework to the core, or there are some deficiencies that you need to address. And that is all what the evaluation did. So that is the message. So the global standards that are set by the FATF are really just helping countries to reflect on their laws and how we are implementing the laws that we have put in place. For example, we are all saying, we do not want terrorism. We do not want money laundering. So they are only saying, do you have adequate tools to ensure that you can counter money laundering or proliferation financing and so forth. So that is what we did. And then, Honorable Mashindange, some Namibians do not have access to BIPA registry. I am not responsible for BIPA, but I wonder whether that can be factual, that BIPA can only provide information to the outsiders but not to the Namibian people when they are asking for information. If there is such a habit maybe or a tendency, maybe that can be addressed with the authority or the agency itself, and also through the minister responsible or that provide oversight to BIPA. So, yeah, I think that is what Honorable Masindange wanted to know. So my perspective is that we cannot give preference to outsiders at the expense of the Namibian people, except really if there is a reason why such information should not be provided, maybe because of it's a confidential and you want my information but it's not yours, so they had to ask you some few questions. But I leave that one to the Ministry of Industries, Mines and Energy, who are in better position to respond to that. Honorable Engari, thank you very much for your contribution as well. Yes, we are committed to, Honorable Engari, we are members of the African Union. And any resolution that is passed by the African Union, just consider it as Namibia's resolution. So we are very much keen to see the activation of the African Credit Rating Agency. In fact, all of us, as Namibians in particular, we do not want to have credit rating by others if we have one for the continent. But in the absence of one for the continent, at least we have to be rated by someone else, and they happen to be outside the African continent for now. But we are ascribing to the African Credit Rating Agency. When it comes to motion, of course, we are going to make use of it wholeheartedly. As regard to the laws that were passed, Honorable Ngari, that one I just leave it there. I would just say I continue to applaud all of you who were in the 7th Parliament for having passed 14 laws in the records time. Job well done once again. Then, yes. Lastly, Honorable Nasinge, my last minute. Yes, like I have said, we have learned through this exercise because, like I have said, it really helped us to identify the areas of improvement. Like they have said, 13 of them were identified as strategic deficiencies, and they were categorized even per institutions. So it was easier for us then to look at them and address them through the action plan that we had put in place. And that is how we emerged victorious in terms of really addressing them. But it's critical for us to say we did not do it only because FATF subjected us to do that. It was a lesson to all of us, and it also helps us, like we have said, to strengthen our financial system because we need that. Once again, thank you very much for your contributions.
Your statement.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I am delegated by my minister to provide a ministerial statement on the developments relating to the National Youth Council General Assembly, which commenced in Swakop this past Friday, the 19th of June, and which was intended to culminate in the election of a new leadership of the National Youth Council. As the honorable members are well aware, the General Assembly represented as well as represents a significant milestone in government's efforts to restore stability within the NYC following a prolonged period of institutional challenges. The government had committed both financial and administrative resources towards ensuring that the assembly proceeded successfully, and that of the youth of Namibia were afforded an opportunity to democratically elect their leadership. The NYC received dedicated budgetary support, as well as specifically for this financial year, to facilitate governance reforms and the convening of this General Assembly. The GA opened with a clear call from both Her Excellency Vice President Madam Lucia Witbooi, as well as my Minister, Honorable Dr. Sanet Steenkamp, for delegates to conduct themselves in a manner befitting the democratic values upon which our republic is founded. Regrettably, events unfolded in a manner inconsistent with those expectations. On Saturday, the 20th of June, proceedings were disrupted by incidents of disorder that resulted in injuries to a number of young people attending the assembly. As reported in the media, 9 delegates required medical attention. Together with my minister, we visited the hospitalized young people and are happy to report that all injured individuals have since been discharged. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, violence can never be accepted as a means of resolving disagreements in a democratic society. It is particularly troubling when such conduct occurs within a forum established to advance the interests and aspirations of Namibia's youth. The Ministry condemns these events in the strongest possible terms. Compounding these developments was the resignation of the election committee in the early hours of the morning of the 21st of June, Sunday. The election committee cited traumatic nature of events it had witnessed and experienced, and expressed the view that it could no longer discharge its responsibilities. It is important to note that the violence did not occur in isolation. Prior to the disruption of proceedings, the Ministry had received a petition from affiliates and regional youth structures raising concerns relating to affiliate compliance, delegate verification processes, and adherence to aspects of the approved roadmap toward the General Assembly. While preliminary, the preliminary engagements had already been undertaken to address some of these concerns, they remained unresolved at the time the assembly was disrupted. Government was therefore confronted with two parallel realities. The first was a deteriorating security environment arising from the events of 20 June. The second was the existence of unresolved governance and procedural concerns that had the potential to undermine confidence in the legitimacy of any electoral outcome. Taken together, these circumstances made it impossible for the General Assembly to proceed responsibly. Accordingly, and in the interest of protecting both the safety of participants and the integrity of the institution, Minister Dr. Sanet Steenkamp took the difficult yet responsible decision to postpone further proceedings of the GA pending the conclusion of the necessary investigations. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, sectors of society have questioned whether the Assembly should simply have proceeded regardless of these developments. The Ministry's response is straightforward. The legitimacy of any elected leadership depends not only on the outcome of an election, but equally on the credibility of the process through which that outcome is achieved. An election conducted in an atmosphere of unresolved procedural disputes, violence and uncertainty regarding compliance would have risked producing an outcome whose legitimacy would have been contested from the inception. Such an outcome would not have served the interest of the National Youth Council, the youth of Namibia, or the broader objective of institutional stability. Government's responsibility is not merely to facilitate the election, it is to ensure that those elections are lawful and credible. The events of this past weekend are deeply regrettable. They present a setback in our collective efforts to rebuild confidence in an institution that plays an important role in youth participation and youth development. However, this weekend also provides an opportunity for reflection. Going forward, the Ministry will continue engaging with relevant stakeholders and governance structures to determine the most appropriate way forward. The necessary processes will be undertaken to address outstanding compliance matters, review the events that transpired, strengthen governance arrangements, and ensure that the future continuation of the General Assembly takes place in a manner that is safe, lawful, transparent, and beyond reproach. Government remains fully committed to the National Youth Council, to the principle of youth participation, and to ensuring that the institution ultimately emerges from this period stronger and better positioned to serve the 2,130,000 plus young people of Namibia. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, as I now draw to a close, there is one last uncomfortable but necessary reflection that must be shared. Leadership is not demonstrated when circumstances are favorable. Leadership is demonstrated when emotions are high and when opinions differ. The young people that gathered in Swakop are both current and future leaders in their communities, in their regions, in their political formations, their churches, their student structures, their businesses, and their civil society organizations. The conduct displayed over the course of the weekend falls short of what the nation should reasonably expect from those who seek positions of leadership. Passion is always welcome in a democracy. Robust debate is welcome in a democracy. Disagreement is also welcome in a democracy. However, the conduct that undermines the dignity of others is not. If there is one lesson to be drawn from these events, it is that the future leadership of our country must learn to disagree without becoming disagreeable. I so submit. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Now I have that 9 minutes used up. Now we have 11 minutes remaining. Actually, 20 minutes was given for statements, but because we were not aware, the presiding officer exercises the rule of additional time allocated. I have Honorable Hengari, followed by Honorable Nekongo, Honorable Motu, Honorable Haindaka, Honorable Ampanda, Honorable Hifikwa. Now, when we go through the time, halfway through the time, I would allow the minister to answer because I don't want the time to lapse and leave him without the opportunity to answer. Honorable Hengari is the first one.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Deputy Minister of this very important ministry. Now, Honorable Speaker, I must appreciate the work that the interim board had done in as far as ensuring, one, that preparations and administrative issues, at least prior to the General Assembly, were really dealt with in a very professional manner. And one could really generally see the professionalism with which they dealt and also engaged with other stakeholders, including media and other former leaders as well of this particular institution. What I'm rather afraid of, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Balotti, is that in turn, and I don't know whether it is intentional or deliberate or by accident, is that we become consigliers of young people. And by consigliers, generally, it really refers to your dealer when you operate in a mafia state. In that we assume automatically this position that either we are leading or we are leaders of a particular generation without a mandate. And that, Honorable
Point of order, Honorable.
Yes, no problem.
Ishano. Mike. Would you please tell them to give me the mic?
In the time,
Yeah. I have already told the members I'm not going to stop the time. I would allow the time to run because I don't want us to finish today's sitting without discussing
Maybe
anything.
when they are getting ready to give me, then let me just say.
Can Secretariat please give the mic to the member?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, after Honorable Member here tabled the motion, you said you will rule after you hear the ministerial statement.
Yes, I have made the ruling, Honorable Member. I will not allow that point of order. You are really taking up the time of the member now. Let her continue.
We didn't hear the ruling.
No, Honorable Member. I have deferred the ruling on her motion, not on the ministerial statement. Now she's asking a question on the ministerial statement. Please.
I thought that it would be appropriate that as opposed to coming to this house to ask an oral or urgent question or come with a ministerial statement, which really limits all of us in such a very crucial and important discussion around an institution that is the apex institution.
A question to the minister, or you are making
Honorable Speaker, please indulge me.
No, I just want to understand.
I will conform myself to your rulings, Honorable Speaker, but I also beg that you please hear me out.
I'm only asking you. Are you asking a question to the minister, or
Yeah.
you are making a point of procedure?
I'm speaking to this through the presiding officer to the Honorable Minister.
Okay.
Is that okay, Honorable Speaker? All right. So we thought we thought for it to be appropriate that we approach this matter in a very strategic way. That as opposed to coming here making political statements with no real solutions, let's rather afford each and every member of this House an appropriate platform to have a genuine conversation about the National Youth Council, its mandate, and whether really the Act in its current form can help us in terms, or can help the institution deal with governance issues, deal with financial accountability issues. So really, I think, Honorable Speaker, the minister or the ministerial statement leaves much, very little to, what is the word, colleagues? Very little to be desired. There are no real answers from the minister. In fact, if I were the minister, I would have been here myself as a minister of this very important ministry, so that I'm available to answer crucial questions. Honorable Speaker, I think we are doing a disservice to the members of this House that want to engage on this very important discussion. And so I would also reserve my comments, my views, and my opinions on this particular ministerial or deputy ministerial statement until we are afforded an opportunity as members of this House to debate as per the proposal made earlier on in our motion without notice table. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the last one before the minister coming to answer at least the first time, Honorable Nekongo, briefly please. Yeah, he will answer first, and then if there is more time, then more questions will come.
Yeah, no, thank you, Speaker. Thank you very much for an opportunity. And also let me thank the Minister, or Deputy Minister rather, for the ministerial statement. And also to thank the leadership of the ministry, especially for hearing the call of young people to make sure that they prevent problems that could be averted. And I think I'm saying this, yes, as a representative of one of affiliate organizations, and since they have been a lot of, stone thrown to us, and perhaps we do not have an opportunity to defend ourselves. So our party, Youth League, only have 4 delegates. But we also appreciate that...
Yes, honorable member, please, let's query. Yeah, no, honorable members, don't do that. Honorable Nekongo, please just ask your questions for further clarification. Yes. Yeah, honorable member. Yeah, proceed, Honorable Nekongo.
Thank you. We appreciate that, yes, and majority of young people are perhaps SWAPO party members, and that's why they will be continue to say SWAPO party this and this.
Honorable member, Honorable Nekongo, just ask your question, please. Let's safeguard the orderliness of the House. Please, honorable members, just ask your question, Honorable Nekongo. Let the member answer because there are 4 minutes now left.
That is where I'm
Honorable Thomas, please. No, just go ahead. Honorable Nekongo, ignore Honorable Thomas. Ignore him. Honorable Nekongo, listen to the presiding officer. Honorable Nekongo, listen to the presiding officer. Ask your question.
Yes.
Ignore him.
I just wanted to ask the Deputy Minister that now that the General Assembly is called off, and I'm hoping that perhaps how long will it take for the ministry then to respond to those issues, allegations that were laid upon, especially issue of compliance, the issue of young people who were just taken from the cooker shop and then let's go to the General Assembly when they do not come from the legitimate organizations that are affiliated from the youth organization.
Yes, thank you.
I think that is what I wanted to
Thank
ask.
you. Honorable Balotti. Honorable members, let us protect the dignity of the House. Yeah, please proceed. Proceed, Honorable Balotti. Honorable members, when you do not proceed, when you are asked by presiding officer, you are giving precedent, first respect to the people who are violating the rules. So when you are told proceed, proceed. Ignore the ones who are talking out of order. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. So perhaps before speaking directly to the questions and the comments raised by Honorable Member, I can inform this August House that we have already commenced with the review of the NYC Act. There is a draft review and it will soon continue with external consultations. We can also submit at any point reports that have been presented by the NYC specifically on the operational and governance side. So maybe just for everyone's indulgence. Honorable Hengari, I equally wish to appreciate the interim board under the interim chairpersonship of 7th Parliament, 7th Administration Member of Parliament, Patience Masua. I firsthand seen the many hours and the many evenings and the many engagements to lead up to the General Assembly. So I want to appreciate you for that. Now, your comment around there possibly not being any real solutions in this ministerial statement. The statement really is to update the House and hear it firsthand from the ministry. And of course there were media statements that were circulated, but that was the intention of providing an update. And of course I think the motion that was given is a motion that we welcome. So I wish to say that. Now, Honorable Nekongo, you asked an important question that I don't have an answer to, and that's what's the timeline for us to respond. But it's been... But I...
Okay. No,
Yeah,
the ruling
is
deferred.
that one.
Yes.
So the timeline will be communicated, but of course we intend, it's the intention of the ministry to have the General Assembly take place. So I cannot give a definitive timeline, but we shall wait for the minister and the ministry to pronounce itself on the timeline. It would be futile for us to stand here and give another timeline because some of these matters are still sub judice before the court. I so submit. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Honorable members, the time for ministerial statement is over now. No. Honorable members, reports from the Committee of the Whole Assembly and consequential proceedings. Yeah, orders of the day. Now, what is the point of procedure, honorable members? Truly, it's 5:20, and we have not done anything in this house. No, the time is out, honorable members. Yeah, it is time out to 20 minutes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, 1 minute, please. Yes. Very good. Please give the mic to the honorable member, Secretariat.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I really want to protect your office as a presiding officer of this House. I hope that, Honorable Speaker, today is a proper indication.
What is the point now that you are raising?
Yes, I'm raising the point with the Speaker.
No, the rules say presiding officer must
Let me
clarity.
land.
No.
I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that I hope that today we've learned why it's important that ministers are able to deliver their own ministerial statements. The Honorable Balotti just stood there and said, the minister is not here, she's the only person.
Member, you are out of order.
So really,
now.
Honorable Minister,
you are out of order.
What is the point of the Deputy Minister
I have already
coming to this House, making a ministerial statement, and then the rest of us stand up here
you
with
are out
very
of order
crucial
now.
and urgent questions, and then the Deputy Minister can answer.
You are
because
out
the
of
minister is not in the
order.
House.
You are out of order now because I have ruled on that principle already earlier. No, you are not protecting me. You are not honorable member. But thank you for the intention. Just craft your assistance better, package it better next time so that I can recognize it and appreciate it. Honorable members, honorable member, yeah, she's ruled out of order. She's ruled out of order. Honorable members, may we proceed, please? The first notice of a motion. Yeah, we are done. Yeah, orders of the day. The first notice of a motion is the one of Honorable Shifeta. Does the honorable members, please, does the honorable member move the motion?
I move, Honorable Speaker.
Any objection? Yeah. So who object now? Can the objection be seconded? Yeah. There is an objection to the motion that is moved by Honorable Shifeta. So now there is a secondment of the objection. Now I'm calling for, who are those in support? Okay, now the house will be divided. No, honorable members, the rules are saying, if we raise an objection, it's either the member will say, I only register my objection, but I don't wish the house to be divided. But if you are not saying that, then the presiding officer is compelled to divide the house and call for the bells to be rung and the doors to be closed. Yeah, is that what we want to do? Yeah, are we divide? Should we call the? You are objecting, eh? No. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so now the members would establish the quorum the bell should be rung so that those who are out can come inside. And no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't look, the rules don't allow that. No. The rules don't allow that, honorable members. When there is an objection, according to the rules, the presiding officer must call for the bells to be rung, the quorum is confirmed, and the house is divided. It will be a violation of the rules if I do otherwise. Yeah. No, the rules don't allow me to do that. Yeah. So, Secretariat, please ring the bells. No, unfortunately, the rules don't allow any kind of discussion when an objection is raised and the house is divided. Check the rules, honorable member. Procedure for division. When the requisite number of members support the demand for a division, the division bells must be rung and the doors locked as soon after the lapse of 2 minutes. Yeah, as the presiding member directs. Yeah. It's not allowed. The rules don't allow a discussion. No, the rules. Are we counting the time? Over. The 2 minutes are now over, and according to the procedure for division, when the requisite number of members supports the demand for a division, the division bells must be rung and the doors locked, which has happened. If further divisions are required to dispose the question, after the doors have been locked, the presiding member must again put the question whereupon the yes must rise and the no's must remain seated. I must now put the question that those who are in favor of... No, I'm reading 4. I will come to 5. You don't prescribe to the presiding officer or honorable members. The rules are saying when the presiding officer takes the floor, the house must be silent. So I can't be making a ruling. I can't be making a ruling and the members are saying rule like this and rule like that. No, they're supposed to be silent. Yeah. And then it says after the doors have been locked, the presiding member must again put the question whereupon the ayes must rise and the no's must remain seated, and then you go to the next one. And then 5, the secretary must then call out the names of the members standing, and the table clerk must record the vote and the name of each such members. So I have now decided, I now call upon those who are in support for the motion to be motivated. Those in support to rise. Those in support to rise. Yeah, and then the secretary must call out the names. The secretary must do number 5. Yeah. The secretary must then call out the names of members standing, and the table clerk must record the vote and the name of each such member.
So maybe I should then start with the small one.
Yeah, start with the deputy speaker then.
Yes, so the Katamero, where are those names starting? Where are Katamero starting? Honorable Sebastian Karupo.
Panda, you cannot enforce compliance through non-compliant conduct.
67.
Yeah.
So,
Honorable Dr. Emma Kantema. Honorable Honorable Christine Haindaka. Honorable Wahekwa Herunga. Honorable Hilma Ita. Is Hilma Ita here? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is Lena Ita here? You check, is Lena Ita here? Honorable Lena Ita. Honorable Natanga Ikete not here. Honorable Mata Itope.
Present.
Honorable Mata Itope, present. Honorable. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm. Honorable Justina Jonas.
Present.
Is Karupo here?
Karupo is absent.
Honorable Philippus Katamelo. Honorable Nono Kachi Gisiwa. Honorable Derek Klassen. Honorable Paula Cooper. We are ticking. Someone is ticking. Honorable Claudentia Cronje. John Likando is here. Oh, Honorable, I have to see if they are here. Honorable John Likando. Honorable Ruth Masake. Honorable Alexia Manombe.
She's present. She's present.
Don't do that. That's a misconduct.
Honorable Barin Bakera. Linda Mbwale. Honorable Linda Mbwale. Honorable Charles Mumbita. Honorable Heraria Mutapuli.
In English.
Dr. Pea Mushelenga. Honorable Dr. Pea Mushelenga. Honorable Fanny Nanyeni, I can't see behind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just speak through the mic, Madam.
Alphonse Naruseb is not here. Honorable Ephraim Nekongo. Honorable Daiko Nekundi. Honorable Austin Samuka. We are recording. Honorable Sylvia Shaniba is not here. Marius Shea is not here. Honorable Pohamba Shifeta.
Honorable members, can we hear the people answering so that we can correct? Honorable Madam Kakanda, did you record Honorable Shea?
I'm about to read his name, Honorable. Just give me a chance. Honorable Marius Shea. Honorable Marius Shea.
Madam Secretary, just read. Don't look for them, and they will answer unless if you are looking at their faces.
I'm looking for those who are not here.
Okay. Proceed, please. We are taking too long.
Honorable Royal Lucas. Is he not this one? Just call it. Okay. I'm done with those ones. Okay. What is his name?
The voting is taking place. We must respect the house and be silent.
Honorable Silka Usiku. Dr. Tombi Aupindi.
Let's answer, please. Don't say this. Yeah. Because we must record.
Honorable Elder Felipe. I can't see their names here. I can't see their name here. Honorable Fanny Tuchavi. What are the other ones remaining? There's the agriculture one. The agriculture one.
Ulrike Abraham.
Yeah, let's look for it.
Modestus Achipara.
Honorable Modestus Achipara. And then this one is agriculture. I can't see her name.
Dr. Minister of Environment is Dr. Dileni Daniel.
Abraham.
Honorable Indileni Daniel. And then the other one, the last one.
Honorable Tuligi.
Honorable Tuliki Abraham. Okay, then we are done. I think I've done this list because I don't see some of them.
Yeah, those who are saying no must rise. Those who are objecting to the motion to be motivated must rise. And the secretary must do as she did with the other group. Those who are objecting must rise. Yeah. So, yeah. Honorable members, okay, can the secretary now read? Can the secretary read, please?
I just read Honorable Tuafeni Kalola. If I read your name, please, you may be seated.
Please, just read. Okay. No, honorable member, please just respond and take your seat. Yeah, no, just answer yes and then you'll be recorded. Oh no.
Honorable Ambrosius Kumba.
Ambrosius Kumba is not here.
Okay. Honorable Festus Thomas.
Honorable Carola, you have been.
Honorable Festus Thomas. Is Alma Samukoto here?
So you are now.
Call Honorable Derek Fries.
Is Alma Samukoto here?
Just start Honorable Derek Fries. Call Honorable Fries.
No, when I skip, I will confuse. Honorable Almas Amukoto.
Honorable member is ruling now, not the presiding officer.
No, absent.
Amukoto.
Honorable Lilian Brickman is also not here.
Brickman is here.
Honorable Lilian Brickman.
Okay, can you raise your voice, Madam Secretary, please?
Honorable Lilian Brickman.
Can we please keep quiet?
Please, we are taking too much time.
Honorable Otilia Haitota, not here. I read. Honorable Lilani Brickman. Nita is not here. Help me get closer now. Haitota is not here also. No? Honorable Ferdinand Hengobe. Ferdinand Hengobe. Honorable Abdinego Hishono. Honorable Vilho Ihemba. Nelson Kalangula not here. Honorable Aloysius Kangulu. Is Kanyemba here? Isra Kanyemba. Honorable Isra Kanyemba. Present. Who? Ihemba, yes, we have. Honorable Rodrigue Ricando. Honorable Lizazi not here. Lilian Ludhezi not here. Lucia Mbuti. Honorable Lucia Mbuti not here. Honorable John Lu Muton. Honorable Michael Molonga not here. Honorable Michael Mweshindange. Honorable Emmanuel
Can you
Nashinge.
please answer? Yeah.
Honorable Delta Ifikwa. Honorable Boniface Siku.
Honorable members, don't wave. Answer.
Not here.
Yeah.
Honorable
Yeah.
Elias Ebola not here. Aune Fodi not here. Honorable Utara Motu. Benas Webo not here. Logneus Ibombo not here. Yeah, I saw that. Next time you do it. Honorable Martin Lukato. Honorable Vetaruhe Kandorozu. Honorable Oviao Hengari. Honorable Binga Chongo not here. Winnie Mongo not here. Mark Henry Benani not here. The Honorable Diederick Fries. Bundu is Bundu. Matthias Bundu. Honorable Matthias Mbudu. Honorable Maurice Kalanda not here. Tuliki Ambrana. No, this one there. Okay. So Honorable this other one now. Honorable Kalora. No, yeah, I read everyone.
That lady from PTM.
Next time, classify them under their party. Then it's easy.
Yes. No, honorable members, let's have order, please. Let everyone wait. Yeah, their name, everyone's name would be called.
Honorable Karola, I read your name earlier. And Honorable Amupanda and Honorable Esther Ikola and the musician is here.
Yeah.
Honorable Shitana, I read your name. Honorable Shitana. Where is Shitana now? Yeah, Honorable Shitana and Honorable Angula. The other madam now is here.
Honorable Secretary.
Honorable Lucia Mbudi. Yes, there. Yeah, Honorable Lucia Mbudi. Then you tally them. Then you tally,
The members abstain, please. Should rise. The members who like to abstain. Yeah. Please, Secretary, call out the names, the members who are abstaining.
Honorable
Secretary, they are abstaining. Please call the names and record.
Abstain.
Okay. Can you now announce the results? Give me the names, the results.
They are putting together
Yes, thank you. Now in favor 36, against 24, abstain 2. So the motion is agreed to. Yeah. So now the yes. Yeah. Yes. Not to me.
Speaker, I'm a little bit lost.
when we, and please guide me, I'm asking as a very respectful and senior member of this House. But the last time we dealt with the appointments of commissioners, right, in this House, members were given the floor to go through their CVs of nominated persons.
Yes, honorable member, let the person first nominate, let the person first motivate, and then the approval will not be done today. The members would have the opportunity to ask for that. Honorable member, please take the floor.
No, wait, Speaker.
No, it's an important point,
No,
but
no,
you cannot, no, honorable member, no, honorable member. No, honorable member. No, yeah. No, you can ask for that when a member has motivated. No, honorable member, please take your seat. That point doesn't have to be made. No, the motivation. It is the motivation. After the motivation, you can ask for whatever you want and defer the discussion even, if you want to do that. Yes, honorable member, Honorable Shifeta, can you take the floor? Honorable member, please take your seat. Honorable, you didn't vote for the appointment. You voted down. No, take your seat, honorable member. You are out of order. You are out of order, honorable member. Yeah, you can say one thing and then we go on automatic adjournment. Proceed, honorable Shifeta. Proceed, honorable Shifeta.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members.
Proceed, honorable Shifeta.
Namibia is established under Article 94B of the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia and Section 2, Subsection 1.
Very good. Now, on the basis of automatic adjournment, the House would rise. Your item, as per the rules, would continue the next day. Yes.